Tonight, the AFP conducting major raids on union offices in Sydney and Melbourne. The shocking one-punch attack that knocked out a Year 7 student. Despite protests from police, bail granted for the man accused of the Good Samaritan stabbing in Canberra. A double whammy of bushfires and torrential rain for the summer ahead. And the new-look Kangaroos to take on England in the World Cup opener.
This is 9 News Canberra with Vanessa O'Hanlon.
Good evening. A schoolyard scuffle is nothing new, but a brutal one-punch attack on a young student on school grounds has shocked police and parents. Education officials say the incident is a one-off, but the victim's father has told 9 News the school has a problem with violence. And a warning, our report contains distressing video.
The phone vision starts innocently enough. A quick glance to the camera from the 15-year-old teenager in the blue jacket.
Now live to reporter Grace Fitzgibbon in Wagga. Good evening, Grace. What's the latest on the victim?
Good evening, Vanessa. As you saw in our report, 9 News has spoken to the young boy's father, who's labelled the punch as gutless. The family just shattered by police.
Thanks, Grace. In Wagga, we'll have more on that. A major development tonight on the security breach in Canberra. 9 News has confirmed that a British defence giant lost a 1,000-page manual containing sensitive information about Parliament House. It's an embarrassing blunder by the company bidding for a contract to build Australia's future warships.
BAE Systems is a big noise in defence.
We're doing something that truly matters.
And the government also isn't feeling very secure about the future of the Deputy Prime Minister. We can go live to Nine's political editor Chris Ullman in Canberra. And Chris, when is the High Court set to rule on Barnaby Joyce's future?
At 2:15pm on Friday, Vanessa, 7 parliamentarians could be disqualified, but all eyes will be on the Deputy Prime Minister Barnaby Joyce. He's the only lower house.
I think the joke is making a comeback.
Year ends. And as far as Barnaby Joyce is concerned, at least he hasn't lost his sense of humour. But if he's forced to recontest his seat, the coalition loses its majority in the House of Representatives, and the final weeks of Parliament will be a tactical circus.
On Friday. We can take you to breaking news now on a major federal police operation. Officers raiding the headquarters of the Australian Workers' Union in Sydney. Raids have also been taking place in Melbourne, and we understand they relate to an investigation into political donations at a time when Labor leader Bill Shorten was head of the union. Reporter Kate Creedon is in Sydney. And Kate, what's happening there right now?
Good evening, Vanessa. Well, as we go to air tonight, Federal and New South Wales Police remain inside the AWU headquarters here on Sussex Street. It was just after 4:30 this afternoon when around a dozen officers arrived here, made their way up to the 10th floor, surprising staff working in the office. And tonight, Vanessa, the AWU says this is an extraordinary breach of police resources.
It certainly is. Thanks for that update, Kate. Reporter Charles Croucher is in Canberra and filed this report on how this is all playing out in the corridors of power tonight.
There are big implications here in Canberra. These raids are part of investigations being carried out by the Registered Organisations Commission.
A 19-year-old man has faced the ACT Magistrates Court accused of stabbing a Good Samaritan in Canberra. It's alleged the victim had tried to break up a fight between the man and his partner.
Troy Michael Kennewell leaves court on bail, charged over an allegedly unprovoked attack.
Canberra Liberals MLA Steve Dospot has made the tough decision to quit politics amid a terminal liver cancer diagnosis. Elected into the Legislative Assembly in 2008, he had an incredible impact on the community.
With family, friends and colleagues by his side, Steve Dospot stood to make his final speech in the Legislative Assembly.
The ACT's work safety watchdog says it's taking enforcement action against a scaffolding and construction company over allegations of serious safety issues. It follows the shutdown of a work site earlier this month in Coombs, where the operators are set to face fines of more than $10,000. A Braddon site operator will also receive a $3,600 fine for failing to safely manage traffic around the site. Still ahead, the trial underway for the veteran driver who flipped a bus full of army cadets near Goulburn. Under arrest, the man who stormed a studio and stabbed a radio star. The police officer's injured when a motorbike stunt goes wrong. And a coup for the ANU, the Canberra connection to Australia's top honours award. We have breaking news now, and it's reported the husband of murdered Australian teacher Gabriel Maynor has been arrested in Kenya. The former Sydney teacher was shot dead in the capital Nairobi last week. It's understood a second man has also been arrested in connection with her death. It's been 10 years since the ACT Human Rights Commission created a role to promote the rights and interests of Canberra's young people. The Children and Young People Commission acknowledging the challenges of the youth justice system.
The party hats are on and the cake has been cut.
Students at ANU have been involved in the design and production of the Australian of the Year trophies unveiled today.
The design phase also gave us an opportunity to work on developing a project that the students could really sink their teeth into and learn professional skills at a very high level.
Now Mike joins us and we have some more excitement. The first look at the Kangaroos list.
That's right, Mal Mananga has named his squad for the Cup opener. Coming up, the new look Australian side to go head-to-head with England on Friday. The Aussies step up the mind games in the countdown to the Ashes.
And later, the iPhone joins forces with an ingenious piece of Australian technology. Plus, the permanent reminder, national recognition for some of our most iconic recordings.
Mal Mananga has named 3 debutants for the Kangaroos World Cup opener against England on Friday. They're preparing for a torrid contest as England tries to end a decade-long losing streak against Australia.
Meet the class of 2017, the new breed of kangaroo for a new era.
Canberra United are just 4 sleeps away from their season opener against Melbourne Victory. The W League superstars, including United striker Michelle Heyman, gathered in Sydney for the official launch of the season this morning. Canberra Cavalry continues to build its roster for the upcoming ABL season, re-signing brothers Kyle and Robbie Perkins. On top of this, the club's pulled off a huge coup, also signing Detroit Tigers prospect Cam Warner.
They're Canberra's baseball brothers. The Cavalry catchers back for another season.
That's it for sport after the break. The high-tech union opening up a new world of communication for those who need it most. Also, the lasting legacy for some famous moments in sound, and Gavin with the weather.
To finance now, and a steady day on the market. The All Ords edging ahead 5 points, and one Aussie dollar is buying 77.81 US cents. Now for the weather, and here's Gavin Morris.
Thank you, Vanessa. Good evening. Well, yeah, things are going to get a little unsettled throughout tomorrow, the next 24 hours. We've got some showers and we'll see some storm development as well. Today, very warm for Nowra and to the north over the Illawarra. Sea breeze is getting in, capping off those temperatures. Canberra, almost the mid-20s, a little bit cooler across the Monero plain, but lovely conditions across the majority of the coast yet again. Storms yesterday produced some decent totals along the northern New South Wales ranges. The storms were near stationary yesterday. That's where the majority of the rain fell. Now, this system is looking a little more impressive on the satellite tonight. It'll be tracking across mostly Victoria throughout tomorrow. Some of that cloud sneaking north of the Murray and make its way across southern New South Wales and the ACT. And that's the area of instability that I'm talking about, making for some unsettled conditions. Trough line near stalled over the southeast corner of New South Wales as well. So that's going to create a variety of winds. You can see the low coming across. So we've got the northerlies off to the north of it, variable winds near it, and then we'll see the clouds thicken up and shower and potential storm development because of that little trough line there, creating that instability over southeast New South Wales and the capital, hence the showers in the forecast. Sydney could see a late shower, but otherwise fine. The western suburbs very warm. It's scorching hot in the centre right now. Behind that system, cooler in Adelaide, and some showers for Perth tomorrow. There's those variety or that variable wind that I'm talking about. You can see all over the place. Northwesterlies, though, off to the north, very warm again. And then as that trough line drifts north, you're going to see those changeable winds track along the coast. There's the potential shower and storm development along the tablelands and rolling off the mountain areas and in towards the Illawarra as we move towards the evening. So we could have some afternoon and evening storms there over the tablelands, over the Illawarra and the coast. South coast also instability on the way. The same for the Monero, ACT and the surrounding mountains. So we've got a mixture, a variety of showers and storms in the forecast there. It's going to be a fairly mild night, and then we're going to see things just become a little bit wet and unsettled as we move through the day. Mid-20s on the way for the ACT and Queanbeyan throughout your Wednesday. Out on the waters, not much swell at 1 metre, and you've got those winds somewhat changeable throughout tomorrow, so light to moderate and variable. Tomorrow morning's low tide is early, working to the high there at about 12:23. Sun to rise just after 6 and down at 7:24 with that moon currently waxing. Now, more rain, showers on Thursday there for the capital. A little bit to follow suit. A couple of isolated showers, but really warming up as we move to the weekend over the tablelands. The potential storm development is there and quite high for the tablelands, for Goulburn and surrounds. Cool behind that system, but really warming up for the weekend with some isolated showers certainly possible. The Illawarra, the shower activity pushes on through, and then we've got a hot weekend on the way. And it's a similar story for the southern New South Wales coast. Unstable conditions, some showers, cooler winds with the southerly, and then really heating up with the chance of a shower Saturday and Sunday.
Gavin, thank you. That's 9 News for this Tuesday. I'm Vanessa Hanlon. Enjoy your evening. Good night.